Hey guys, this is Vlhadus with Vlhadus Gaming, and today I'm going to bring you something a little bit different. This is something I've actually been wanting to do for a little while. Is actually react to other Ashes of Creation content creators. I think, other than Narc, which I know many people know Narc from the Ashes community, there are plenty of other Ashes of Creation content creators that should be kind of highlighted, and I don't really see anyone kind of talking about it. I think it's because we're all trying to, to get our own little nook in the community, right? But I feel like there's plenty of people that are definitely worth watching. Richie, man, I love this dude. He's a great content creator. This guy is super busy. I've been getting so many people asking me like, oh my God, you should have Richie on the 1v1. I've talked to him. We've been in communication for a while. He's a great dude. I can't wait to have him on the podcast. He's always welcome, of course. We just haven't got our timing just quite correctly, but we will definitely get there. I guarantee you. But today, I wanted to watch a video that I haven't watched from him, which is going to war with guilds. Guild Wars is something that I am really, really, really looking forward to for Ashes of Creation. Belonging to Axiom now, we are very competitive. They were very competitive in New World when they went there. They were holding down territories and, making treaties, alliances. There was sometimes some shady dealings. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I am just super excited. Again, I've always said it, for the Game of Thrones aspect of Ashes of Creation. And with Guild Wars and with having no factions whatsoever, the possibility of you having a spy enter your guild for the sole purpose of destroying it from within just excites the hell out of me. So let's get into it. Let's watch Rich's video and let's go.
What is up, people? When you hear about PvP in Ashes of Creation, you hear a lot about node and castle sieges, a bit about the corruption system, and some about arenas.
True.
But what you don't hear a lot about is Guild Wars. Guild Wars will be a big part in Ashes of Creation, and the wars surrounding these guilds could potentially be even bigger. So how exactly is the idea of Guild Wars being handled? Well, before we get into this, you all know it's coming by now, and if you don't, well, you probably are one of the 80.1% of people watching this video who
subscribe to this dude. He really makes awesome content. Again, I think we all kind of face this issue, but at the same time, he makes great content for Ashes of Creation. He pumps it out just as often as Narc does. I mean, it really baffles me for how busy this guy is. He really does a great job of pumping out content, better than me. Like I have trouble pumping out one video every 2 weeks. So yeah, but I think the other reason why Guild Wars honestly aren't in a lot of games is because that feature just doesn't exist. You think of a lot of the major, MMOs out right now. You have World of Warcraft, no Guild Wars really, except for the internal strife that happens within. Same thing with Final Fantasy 14. Same thing with SWTOR. BDO. I have not played BDO. I don't know if there's actual Guild Wars in there. But even Guild Wars 2, from what I hear, there really isn't a kind of Guild Wars happening even in Guild Wars 2, which baffles my mind. But again, I don't play Guild Wars. I don't really know. I never played it at Endgame. But I think the idea of it just is really interesting, but also because a lot of players have not ever been exposed to this feature, implementation is going to be everything. How can a GM of a guild initiate a guild war with another guild? How is that going to work practically? So again, it's all left to be said.
who are not subscribed to the channel. So why are you watching this if you don't want to learn more about Ashes of Creation? And if you want to learn more about Ashes of Creation, why aren't you subscribed?
Makes a good point. Makes a very good point.
All great questions that can be answered just by clicking that subscribe button.
What the heck is this? Richie went all out for this one. What? Oh my god. These stupid things. I swear they're made of nightmares. Total nightmare fuel. Okay. Richie, that was great.
Anyways, in Ashes of Creation, Guild Wars isn't something that is just made up between two guilds. There are actual systems in place that will allow you to go to war with one another if war is declared. Keep in mind that everything is still...
Mind you, to me, all of that right now that's happening on screen looks better than any 40 versus 40 in World of Warcraft. Hands down.
Still in development, so we don't know the exact way that these will play out, but this system will work in a similar fashion to a siege, where you have a declaration period, and during this time you have declared war, and you'll be able to set out to prepare before the war actually begins. Once your guild is officially at war with one another, there will be various objectives that will spawn during server prime time. This will be more than likely surrounding your guild hall or fortress.
See, that just really excites the hell out of me. Again, I think it's really all implementation. First of all, how can you get your hands on a declaration? Is it, going to be something that a inscriber is going to have to like write out and craft, or is it just going to be going to like a certain node, like maybe a military node, initiating the guild war there? It starts, from that day for a week, or however many the time period is going to end. Maybe it'll last until all of the objectives in that guild war. Like all of the different quests that you have to do and features, maybe until they're all checked off, then the guild war is officially over and declared a winner. There's a lot of different things that, I'm really curious about, but again, it's going to be really exciting.
Fortresses are still something that are to be determined for Ashes of Creation. They are meant to be siegeable guild halls placed on a guild freehold, but it is unknown if they will make the final cut for the retail version of the game. Guild halls, on the other hand, will be a focal point for your guild. These halls can be placed on guild freeholds. These are gained through leveling the guild, and when a guild hits a certain level, the guild master will be granted a certificate which will enable the placement of a guild hall. There are also guild halls within nodes available to patron guilds of the node, and they will have a little bit different of benefits compared to a guild hall on a freehold, but what those benefits are, we really don't know yet.
See, I think that's the thing. I think everybody, if you are a part of a guild right now, Patreon guilds is what every guild is going to aspire to be. I think is once we actually see all the different benefits that it's going to be allied with being a patron guild of a node, I think that's where, it's going to get kind of rough. And, beating someone to the punch could initiate that guild war. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, like you beat us right to it. Like, screw you guys. We're going to go and, initiate a guild war with you. There's going to be a lot of stuff that, again, I think guild wars are going to be that evergreen content that is literally going to create drama between not only, people in the community, but also streamers. Like for me, I love going on YouTube. I love watching like Asmongold, Tim the Tapman, Dr. Disrespect, a number of different WoW streamers and stuff like that. And the one genre video that I love the most is drama, filled videos. And everything in Ashes of Creation just seems like a complete drama fest. And that's why I'm so excited for this game. And I think why the longevity of this game, even if it only has 250 or 500,000 players, the longevity of that, if everybody is actually happy within that community, could be for the next 15 to 20 years. And I think that's what really people are really wanting from this. So
not only are guild halls an objective in wars like we just mentioned, but they are a place for your guild to gather, giving unique perks to the guild hall and perhaps allowing for guild accomplishments to be held on display in this hall as well. Again, The details on what these perks are exactly are still being worked out and haven't really been revealed by Intrepid. The objectives of the guild war will take you to an enemy guild hall at times, and could be something like stealing a quest item from a guild that they may have received from completing a raid, or even having a bounty on a certain guild member that your guild will need to take out, but the target may have increased damage mitigation or health to players partaking in this war. During the time of war, like all PvP objective-based gameplay, players will be able to kill any other player within the guild wars at any time of day without falling victim to the PvP corruption system.
And that, my friends, is going to be the biggest draw for PvP guilds. Because I honestly feel people will literally just be in a guild war with someone else just to have content for those guilds. Like, I'm a PvP guild, you're a PvP guild, let's see who's better. It's not for anything antagonistic. It's not anything other than just providing content for my guild and your guild on top of everything else happening in Ashes of Creation. And to me, that is the smartest 5-head play Intrepid can literally do. Because it really depends on the kind of activities that need to be checked off that box for those guild wars. If they are, first of all, fun, which I think that needs to be first and foremost, but if they can be engaging, and also like a variety. Like I think the biggest drawback that could happen with the guild wars system, if it's literally the same activities you do every single time you initiate a guild war, because the first time, maybe in the first 5 times could be fun, but again, doing the same things and same objectives over and over and over could be quite just blah. And also, I think it could be really cool too, depending on what zones you are, if those same things could randomize, even be within the zone. Again, there's going to be a lot of personality into these areas, like the Riverlands. There's going to be the desert biome. There's going to be the volcanic region, the snowy area. If there's different PvP objectives in all of those different ones, man, that could be really, 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 really cool. And you also put in the seasonal effect onto that. Man, it could really be something of amazing evergreen content. And I think for someone like myself that's a World of Warcraft player, that's the one thing I've been hounding Blizzard for the longest damn time, is literal evergreen content. We don't get it. Like everything we get has a finite amount of time, and then once that time is over, there is no need for you to do that stuff ever again. And so that's why I'm really excited about this Guild Wars system. Preach.
Meaning you can kill as many members of the opposing guild as you wish without having to risk corruption penalties such as gear drops and increased XP debt. One of the coolest things about Guild Wars is the fact that you can create guild alliances, ultimately bringing in more than just 2 guilds into the war, so if you're a guild master, you may want to set out to make some allies. I'm sure that
Now, just to make a little comment on that, just because you're allies with somebody doesn't mean that it's going to be friendly the whole freaking time. There could be many things that could happen that you're allied with somebody that was literally meant to backstab you from day one. And again, just as a person who consumes content as much as it creates it, I am really looking forward to these kind of content creators or these people that get screwed over, that, these back alley deals that get done, or just whatever the case is. And all it is just a literal drama being unfolded from day one. And that's the risk reward, right? You have just agendas that, you think are going to be met, and then, it doesn't quite align in that way. So I'm just so looking forward to how this whole system is going to be implemented. As much as I love the caravan system, and that could be a whole plethora of drama on its own, guilds always have drama. You put a guild against another guild, that creates a whole other set of drama. So quite exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
Wars is probably going to be one of those features, though, that will be more in the background that you really don't notice is happening, as it's more focal between the 2 communities compared to the ever-changing world of Vera. But it still gives players yet another activity to partake in, along with allowing larger guilds in Vera to have their fun with each other in a smaller scale conflict compared to castle sieges.
Just a small note, like just watching this gameplay, man, like it's so beautiful. Like even just in Alpha 1, like it looks so good. I just want to go back real quick. I mean, looking at this dragon just looks so good.
Have their fun with each other in a smaller scale conflict.
Look at that. It looks so good. And this is Alpha 1. Oh, God. This
like
game
compared to castle sieges. This system is being built around supporting your guild and its members, really bringing the players together to protect whatever that target may be from the other guild, and allowing for guild politics to be played out in a whole new way not seen in many MMORPGs.
True.
What are your thoughts on Guild Wars in Ashes of Creation? Drop a comment down below, and if you're new to Ashes and have yet to create an account, feel free to do so using the referral link in the description below, where you...
Richie, awesome video as always. I will say, for my own, it's really going to boil down to the implementation of how a Guild War is initiated, and also the systems and features that pertain to said Guild War. If they are very generic and just, kill 150 of the opposite guild, within a week's time limit, and it's like very other boring, very procedural kinds of events, I think it's fine for a patch. But Intrepid, if you don't have anything else up your sleeve for this system, it's really going to sadden me and a lot of people. Like, you guys have to have so much up your sleeve when it comes to whether it's dynamic events that happen for Guild Wars, having, like I said, a plethora of different activities other than just killing, mixing some PvE, VP, you know what I mean, kind of things, like where you have to do some kind of PvE objective while there's also simultaneous PvP happening. I think all of these different things, you know, would be really, really awesome and engaging. Again, it can't be boring. That is the numero uno thing. And even if there was like a time period, because I know there are going to be peak things happening, like at the peak hours, if there is a red zone that just pops up on a map, and for the next 4 hours or 6 hours, it is just like a battle royale. Like there is no death penalties or anything like that. You and that other guild are literally just killing folks like left and right. And it's basically just like a never ending battleground. I think stuff like that, you know, could be very novel at first, and but it could be a hell of a lot of fun. And I just think that, especially with Intrepid, I really do trust them when it comes to fun, because they are MMO players themselves. You know, with Steven, the rest of the team that he keeps hiring, he hires people with not only MMO experience, but people that also plays MMOs. And I think that really gets me into a lot of the things that aren't fun for MMO players in, you know, like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy or Guild Wars 2 or BDO, is everything just feels so procedural. It feels like they suck the fun out of every single system. And all it is about metrics and for you to play the game longer. Like if you put fun in it, people will play the game longer. Like that's the whole thing. And if there's any company that can trust with that, is definitely Intrepid. So
you can jump in on the forums, purchase some cool cosmetics, or just get yourself ready to jump into the world of Vera. Otherwise, be sure to click that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, turn on the bell for notifications, and stay tuned for a lot more to come.
Again, Richie always makes really great videos. Hitting that thumbs up for him. I love his videos. Like I swear, like I honestly feel like, you know, there's a place. That's what I love about, you know, just YouTube in general, is that there's a place for everybody when it comes to making content. Narc has his place, and he's doing very successful in his little, I wouldn't even say little, but I mean, in his group of people for Ashes of Creation, you know, and then you have other content creators as well. And I feel like, you know, we're always trying to forge our own path here, you know what I mean? But I've always been one to just, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I really appreciate these other content creators that are pumping out content in a very dead period. The game's not even out yet. We haven't even got real gameplay yet of Ashes of Creation. But, you know, I and others are definitely trying to pump out content for you guys. And so I am going to try to highlight not just Richie. There are other people making content. There's Reeve Genesis. There's, you know, obviously Grim. There's, who else? Like, there's Smurg. There's, you know, there's a number of people that are continuing to do content. So I will definitely try to highlight those people. And so that way, hey, maybe you haven't heard of Richie, because I also know the YouTube algorithm really sucks. Like even for me trying to find Ashes of content creators, purposefully trying to find them, I could not find some of them without, you know, other people recommending, oh, have you checked out this person or that person? So I really hope you guys like this video. Again, Richie, always amazing job with your content. I really, really love your content. But if you did like this video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know if you guys like this kind of commentary. You know, not really a reaction per se, but just sort of like, you know, looking at a video, analyzing it, giving my 2 cents about, you know, what the video is talking about, you know, different feedback that I can give, all that other stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Vlhadus. This is Vlhadus Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.